Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Nuggets come into town for this one. There's no better time of year than the holidays for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. With Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will join us from the sidelines. Taking a look at Golden State, they've lost their last 3 games, and guys, they like that streak to end tonight here.
Yeah, and Kevin, things are starting to get a little bit out of control for them. This losing streak is starting to become an embarrassment, and it's only going to get worse if things don't change.
So Golden State will get the first possession. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. We've got Hudson, the natural out there with Stockton. And it's Duncan, and it's Haywood in at the power forward. The shot's good from Cowens. And tonight, something we always like to see, 2 fierce conference rivals going at it. Doris, what's the difference in emotion in a rivalry game such as this?
Well, what you like about something like tonight's game is there's a little bit of distaste, right? When these 2 teams meet, something important's on the line, and you can feel the intensity.
Now, here is Irving. West outside. 6 to shoot. Some nice passing by Golden State. Here's Cowens with the putback. It's good on the putback.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. And it's blocked. Outside Irving. West outside. Pass to Cowens. On the wing, Irving. Over Hudson. And another basket for Golden State.
Boy, not a bad beginning. 3 for 4 from the floor. Pretty good start.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Stockton outside. Screen by Duncan. Looking to end the run. It's deflected.
That's the 3rd straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
And the basket by West.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the 1 miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Here's Hudson. 11 points for him in that last game against Portland. 3-pointer from Stockton, and that comes off the assist by Duncan. Stockton's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Warriors have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I caught up with Coach Mike Malone. He's looking to even the season series with a win tonight. He told me he knows his team can play better than they did the last time, and he thinks with the strong defense and shot blocking, they can make things difficult at that end of the floor. We'll see if they can impose their will tonight. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David. And guys, do you agree that they have to put the emphasis on their defense here early on?
I do. I think it's a great idea to play to your strengths, and defense is a strong suit for this group.
Well, it's something that they have considered their signature. The defensive end of the floor is something they bring every single game.
Yep, that one goes in there.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Here's West outside for Durant. Rebound by the Nuggets. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Yeah, tough place to play on the road, and you just saw how comfortable they were shooting the basketball.
Amazing, Greg, that the hostile environment had 0 effect. Instead, they embraced the challenge and absolutely shot lights out.
Now here's West after the miss from Tim Duncan. Haywood with the block. They recover it, and it was not a clean block. Whistle blows and a foul on the defender here. It's a shooting foul, so free throws will be coming up. The Warriors shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Here's Hudson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Stockton kicks to Duncan. Back to Stockton. A floater. Here's Haywood. Second chance shot, and that's 2 points on the layup.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Boy, you better be more physical on the glass because they wanted that rebound more than them, plain and simple.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
The Warriors shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. First free throw is good. The Nuggets making a switch here. Daniels is checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Well, you look back in the last 3 seasons of the Golden State Warriors, just an incredible run and record in every season. Some, in fact, Doris, are the best basketball the NBA has ever seen.
I think, Kev, we're going to look back at these Warriors teams and feel like we're lucky to have been able to see it live. How about 67, 73, and 67 wins the last 3 years? They have been the team to beat in all of those seasons. Such a special run.
Bull, the pass to West. A three-pointer off the mark.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Roy kicks to Stockton. The shot's good. Roy making the play. Stockton's got 6.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't D him up on the perimeter.
At the top of the key, Durant. Nice work there coming off the screen.
Boy, Kevin Durant just masterful using screens, understands how to rub the defender off and get an easy opportunity.
Here's Hudson. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. The dish now to Stockton. Picked by Haywood. Roy kicks to Haywood. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. It's Durant with the drive, but they recover it. Bull can't hit. The Nuggets trail by 5. Hudson dishes to Stockton. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And when the Nuggets are clicking on offense, Greg, they are a joy to watch.
You know they are, and one reason is because they're one of the better passing teams in the league. And right near the top in terms of assists per game last season, and all players on this roster at all positions look to make that extra pass to get an easy bucket.
Now here's Durant. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him.
Well, Kevin Durant, one of the more efficient players that we have ever seen. This guy is a juggernaut by himself on the offensive end. He can score from virtually any spot on the court. Boy, think about last season for Kevin Durant, guys. He was putting up yet another MVP-type season before that knee injury made him miss extended time. But then he comes back, and he's the MVP of the NBA Finals. I think he'd make that trade, guys.
Goran Dragic is checked in for West, and a switcher also for Denver. Primetime's checked in for Stockton. It's Roy on the wing, defended by Durant. Haywood controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Dragic the pass to Irving. On the mark with the 15-footer. Irving's got his second bucket. And for Durant last season was filled with so much scrutiny for his decision to leave Oklahoma City, go to Golden State. Still, he was having an elite year with his offense before that knee issue.
Well, there was so much talk about where Kevin Durant chose to play that people tended to forget a few things. This is one of the most dangerous and consistent scorers we've ever seen in the NBA, and he will find a way to blend his skill in with any team.
Now here's Dragic looking for his first basket still in this one. Lobbed up there for Durant. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Passes it to Daniels. To the right side. The pass to Nixon. Clock at 6. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
And with your defense, one part's your ability, the other, though, is effort, and that one they showed neither.
No, there's no question, Greg. I thought their defensive intensity was lacking from the outset. It looked like they were just hoping the other team would miss.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You know, that's okay, I think. Even though they missed, they still have to be happy with the shot selection.
Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Pass to Durant. That's good for his third bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field.
Well, KD knows how to use his body on the block, has such a good sense for when to rise and fire.
Picked by Haywood to the left wing. Good on the shot. Haywood's got 10.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Durant against Roy. Durant, the pass to Cowens. Back to Durant. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. 11 points in the game.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Hudson kicks to Roy. The Nuggets moving the ball around. They set the pick. Knocked away. Here's Durant, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for the Warriors.
And they concentrated a lot on creating open looks from beyond the arc. Player movement, finding space on the perimeter, that was their #1 priority.
Drew's checked in for the Nuggets. Miller comes in for the Natural. Miller dishes to Hudson. On the wing, Daniels. 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Vucevic. Durant kicks to Dragic. Back to Durant. He feeds it to Kirilenko. Miller against Lewis. Over Miller. Lewis gets the bucket. Lewis has got his first 2 points of the night.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
There's a good screen. Here's Primetime. Vucevic defending. Here's Nixon, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Vucevic.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
For Denver, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And he knocks down the first one.
Well, obviously, I think when you watch the Golden State Warriors, when their pieces are clicking and humming all at the same time, it seems to me, guys, they're unbeatable.
Joe Dumars, he's checked in for the Warriors. Now, here's Dragic. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Picked by Vucevic. Lewis with the 3. Denver grabs the miss. Well, to illustrate your point with the Warriors, Doris, they were 60-0 last season when they had hit 10 threes in a game. Only if their shooters go extremely cold do they let games slip away.
This is correct, Kev, and that's exactly what you expect from great teams. There is so much firepower on their team that unless they struggle to shoot the basketball, you're going to have a hard time beating them.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Drew, guarded by Kirilenko. Pass to Nixon. Fires from deep. He doesn't hit that one. Outside Dumars. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines. And Kevin Durant, always in the gym, always working.
It comes from me being 8 years old and me just saying I wanted to be the best player.
Year-by-year improvements until he became the best player in the league and won an MVP. Now, that first NBA championship.
Right, Kevin. I mean, he's definitely proven in terms of the talent, the skill, and athleticism, and that competitive spirit to be considered still among the very best.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
It was huge, no doubt, and it seems like they simply can't miss from downtown.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. They've got prime time. Duncan is out there with Big Daddy. Then it's Mike Miller, and it's Drew in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Drew. There's a screen. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Drew's got his second bucket of the night.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Dumars with it, and it's Miller picking him up. He used that pick to perfection.
The assist has to go to the screen on that play. Gave him all the room he needed to rise and fire.
Little turnaround. Duncan with a screen on Vucevic. Down low, here's Daniels. And Kirilenko sends it back. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. West is checked in for Golden State. And a switcher also for Denver. Stockton's checked in. Outside Kirilenko, the feed to West. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Nixon, the pass to Stockton. Lob pass to Duncan. He can't get that one.
Yeah, that's just a missed opportunity. Something there just a little off.
Yeah, simply a little bit careless, I think. Can't just throw it up there. You have to time these alley-oops perfectly.
And again, it's the Warriors missing. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Drew. Golden State's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. West against Stockton. West missing again.
Well, the offense got him the ball in exactly the position they wanted. That's just better defense.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
And the Warriors making a change here. Divac checked in. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Nixon, that's good, and a nice assist from Stockton. Now it's just a 3-point Warrior lead.
If they think they can give him that shot and get away with it, think again, gentlemen.
West, that's good.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Well, I love how personal this thing is getting. If you drain a 3 on me, anything you can do, I can do better.
Now here's Stockton. He's got 8. Duncan outside. Shot clock at 6. There's the 3. Second shot opportunity, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Divac kicks it to West. Back to Kirilenko. Some nice passing by Golden State here. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. And now it's an 8-point Warrior lead. Passes it to Nixon. Duncan kicks to Miller. There's the pass to Drew. Back to Miller. Stockton passes to Drew. Over Kirilenko. Here's Duncan, and it's blocked by Divac. And he gets it back. And that one's good, Duncan.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
West kicks to Divac. Pick by West. Feeds to Dumars. His 3-pointers off the mark. The Nuggets trail by 6. Stockton outside. Here's prime time. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Doors with every team looking to spread the floor, get that space. Most big men are being asked to increase their range. Is the practice time going into that taking away from working, for instance, on other fundamentals that a big guy should be working on?
Here's how you know this is for real. When you hear Dwight Howard talking about the fact that this guy is going to spend an entire summer trying to develop the range because he wants to extend his playing career.
Sure.
Dwight Howard at one time was the single most dominant back-to-the-basket low-post center. They surrounded him with shooters. They put him in pick and roll, and he was an absolute monster. You know what? I don't know if it'll take away from the other fundamentals for the center. I do know that the role of center has drastically changed in the NBA.
Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down. And really, the Nuggets, a stronger team than many had predicted last season. One area that troubled them was the defensive end. And when they would lose, it was usually by being unable to come up with consistent stops.
And for the Nuggets and their defensive issues, Greg, a lot of it stemmed from their lack of rim protection.
Yeah, the inability to challenge shots in general, for that matter. And they also had problems applying pressure and forcing turnovers as a team at the bottom of the league in terms of turnovers forced. Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Tries from 16, and it's Cowens with the rebound.
And defensively, moving his feet there, staying right on top of the shooter.
What a great job contesting without fouling. Exactly how you want to defend the mid-range shot.
Now here's West. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against the Lakers.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Roy. 9-point game. Good on the triple. And 12 points for Jay.
I think you could see early on that he was really with a rhythm and flow tonight, and now he's really starting to take off.
Pass to Cowens. Rebound by the Nuggets. Haywood's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Drew passes to Stockton. Duncan, a screen. Here's Drew. Kicks it to Duncan. Over West. And the shot falls short this time.
He's having a tough quarter scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
The Nuggets trail by 6. Stockton up top. Defended by West. Here's Drew. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. These players have been vacuums on the boards recently, leading the league in rebounding the past month. 5th is Tim Duncan.
He must be spending a lot of time in the weight room because he's shown such strength under the basket.
And the Warriors making a change here. Durant's checked in. And Denver also making a switch. Hudson's checked in. Stockton against West. They set the pick. Shot from the top of the key. And the rebound goes to Duncan.
Boy, I'll tell you, he has plenty of space, but it looked like a little bit of a hitch in that release.
Outside Roy. Duncan with the screen for Roy. Pulls up on the wing. Kevin Durant with the rebound. Warriors leading by 6. Dishes to West. Some nice passing by Golden State here. West missing again.
He's fighting it in this quarter. Hasn't been able to get into any sort of groove.
Hudson dishes to Haywood. Here's Hudson. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And Stockton, here we go. Here's Haywood. And again, Denver, no good.
Well, I think the defense took that possession off. I'm pretty sure he won't miss next time.
They set the pick. And here's West from the arc. And another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
Ooh, with a player this hot, I don't see their lead going anywhere.
Roy kicks to Duncan. Back to Roy. He dishes it to Hudson. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Pass to Divac. Divac, a screen on Stockton. And it's Durant missing. The Nuggets trail by 9. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Irving against Hudson. He kicks to Stockton. They get the rebound. Haywood. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Nuggets have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Vucevic, he's checked in for Divac. And it's Dragic in for West. Daniels, he's checked in for Denver.
And with the Warriors, their ability to score in bunches really is unmatched throughout the league. They'll be going along with the team, and then all of a sudden they have that 20-point lead in like 3 minutes. It can happen so fast that I think at times the other teams are shell-shocked.
Now, here's Roy. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Portland.
I love that he sacrificed his body over and over. His persistence at getting to the free throw line really paid off for them.
And here's Dragic. John Stockton getting his 3 to go moments ago. They get it back. 1:21 left to play here in the half. Roy kicks to Stockton. To the inside. Here's Daniels. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3. And talking about the Warriors and their ability to build a lead very quickly, the shooting they have, Greg, is a very big part of how they can just bury a team.
It is. Their shooting, especially from deep, but also their defense. One kind of feeds the other in terms of how they can steamroll teams and create that momentum. And only the special teams can put a game away with a 5-minute run, but this is one that has consistently done it over the last 3 years.
Good.
I'll tell you, the feed puts him in prime position to convert. The assist was where it needed to be.
Pass to Cowens. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Cowens has got 4 points this quarter.
I don't think the pass could be better placed. That's a great assist.
Here's Hudson. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. What a play! Simply trains it in at the buzzer.
And they make...
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the 3rd quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports
It's an interesting
halftime
battle
show.
going on tonight. Ernie Johnson here. Well, for the Warriors. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, I think they're feeling the energy of this hometown crowd. Sometimes you get a little complacent and comfortable in your surroundings, but no, they fed off adrenaline in the first half.
And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
Well, those second chance points are huge, and they only came because of their effort.
And that will wrap up our halftime report, as it's just about time for the start of the second half.
Here we go now, the start of the 3rd quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Jerry West really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And through the first 2 periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to, just a slashers.
Denver's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight, 50% exactly. Durant is out there with West. Then there's Irving. And it's Cowens in at the 4 slot. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Stockton outside. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Haywood. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Well, in that individual matchup, the rim is totally unprotected. He's just got too much size on him.
West passes to Cowan. No dice from the high post. Denver in the lead. Here's Hudson. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Boy, Kev, I love his game. He can hurt you in so many different ways.
They set the screen. The pass to Cowan. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Cowens has got 9 points.
As great a scorer as Kevin Durant is, he is an unselfish player and takes great pride in getting his teammates a good look.
Duncan with the bucket.
They wanted a fast start coming out of the break, and they are now 3 for 3.
Irving dishes to Durant. 90 seconds now into the second half. And it goes down 2 points. He's got 15.
Well, you can tell Kevin Durant is percolating right now. He is exceptional at getting to his rhythm.
Durant against Roy. Now the dish to Hudson. And again, Denver with the triple.
Brilliant second half start. 4 for 4 from the field. Can't ask for any better.
Now West. 14 points for him. Pass to Bull. There's the feed to Irving. It's hauled in by Duncan. Duncan's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Roy kicks to Duncan. The shot by Roy. And again, it's Denver.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Durant, the pass to West. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Here's Cowens. He's covered by Roy. Elbow shot. Good on that shot. And with that, the Nugget lead is cut back down to 5 points in the make from Cowens. You look at the influences and former coaches of Steve Kerr, and it's easy to see why Kerr has been a success as a coach.
Well, I think if you look about how this man goes about his business, it's important to recognize he played for Phil Jackson and Greg Popovich, and certainly takes advantage of the wisdom he learned from 2 of the all-time greats. Think back to his college coach, Luke Olson. So much of his offensive approach with the fast pace and the discipline came from Luke. It's so smart to take a little bit from each one of the mentors and the guys you've played for.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction, and the obvious result.
You simply can't give him that. You have to fight through the screen and at least get a hand in the face of the shooter.
Haywood kicks to Roy. Duncan with the screen for Roy. Again, the Nuggets score.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
West dishes to Durant. There's a screen. West passes to Irving. The turnaround Jay. No good off the back of the rim.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, classic example of crowding the shooter, not letting him get comfortable in the mid-range.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Lewis checked in for Irving. Miller's checked in for the Nuggets. Primetime comes in for Stockton. Nixon, the pass to Haywood. Uncovered. A nice shot by Hudson. Hudson's got 7 points here in this quarter.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Here's West. A second chance effort. Haywood with the rebound. Haywood's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Well, this is a tough night so far. They'd be smart to rely more on a couple of their other options.
Feeds it to Duncan. Miller against West. Durant kicks it to West. Pass to Bull. He feeds it to Durant. Drops in the tray. Durant's got 21.
I'll tell you, don't let Kevin Durant start to percolate from outside that arc, because you're going to be in for a tough night.
Duncan, a screen. Miller with the ball. Guarded now by Durant. Duncan with a screen on Lewis. Nixon, the pass to Duncan. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
And quickly, let's look at the numbers for Duncan. 8th in rebounding. And, of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in blocks per.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game. That evens the score. Cowens has got 14 points for the game.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Here's Hudson, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
After taking some time to find his rhythm, he's been unstoppable since the break.
West dishes to Lewis. They set the pick. Durant against Miller. Shot clock at 6. Here's West. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. West has got the game tied up here for the Warriors.
And the road back into this game wasn't a short one, but they've managed to make it all the way back and tie this thing up.
And you love the heart, the fire they've shown here. Let's see if they can keep up this level of tenacity.
From about 16, up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Here's Durant, and then Durant with the jam.
KD is a force of nature. Sensational dunk at the rim.
Denver's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Screen by Duncan. Here's Hudson. 11 points in the game. Basket good.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Well, we all have hobbies outside basketball, Doris. You've said that one of your passions is cooking, and I know this personally. I have to ask, what's your best dish? What's your specialty?
You know, that might be too many to name, but if I were to pick just one, I would probably have to say my chicken tetrazzini is my children's favorite. Boy, I can throw down in the kitchen, Kevin.
Learn that from Mom? Did you just pick that up on your own? How'd you learn to be such a good cook?
You know, my daughter and I, that was one thing that sort of really bonded us. We would watch a little cooking show on TV, head to the kitchen, and try to reproduce it. So Sarah and I did some work.
Love that story. Here's Drew. Oh, good with the triple. The Warriors have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Dumars kicks to Dragic. Divac sets a screen. Back to Dumars for the lead. That doesn't go either for Dumars.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, starting to look like it's taking its toll mentally. He doesn't look like himself.
And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Irving's checked in for the Warriors. West comes in for Goran Dragic. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. A 2-point game. Last time they met was in Denver.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded. Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Boy, they have consistently been draining shots from deep, and that can take the heart out of an opponent.
And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Drew's got 15 points.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Well, I love how personal this thing is getting. If you drain a three on me, anything you can do, I can do better.
West passes to Irving. 5 on the clock. Puts up a 3. That shot off. And the Nuggets going the other way. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. 13 feet away. Offensive rebound. Here's Duncan. And Kirilenko sends it back. Here's West. An easy 2 points on the layup. West has got 7 now in this quarter.
What a phenomenal quarter from the field. A great shooting percentage, excellent shots. This is really well done.
That one good for 2. The Warriors trail. It's Kirilenko on the wing, picked by West. And stolen by Miller. Kicks to Daniels. Duncan against Vucevic. 13 feet away. Again, the Nuggets score.
And he is starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Dumars dishes to Vucevic. He kicks to Kirilenko. On the wing, Irving. For three, West. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Duncan. And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going for Durant.
And this is the kind of performance that everyone talks about seeing in person. The way he's attacked the defense with no hesitation. The tough shots he's taken and made, just a masterpiece. When he gets it going, he can put up some big numbers.
Vucevic, Duncan with the block. Here's Irving. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
And I don't know if he needs a rest in this quarter or what, but he needs something to get off the schneid.
Here's prime time. 7 points in the game. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Daniels. Unable to get that one. Durant with some nice D. West for the wide open look. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And gobbled up that rebound and went straight into attack mode on the putback.
Oof, he is one of the most determined rebounders, guys, we have got in the NBA.
The tireless work ethic, the passion. He's a guy the team relies on for that.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Well, he's obviously anticipating different movement there, and instead of an easy connection, the pass sails straight into the front row.
Roy against Durant. Puts it up from 15. 3/4 of play in a close game here. Nuggets ahead. They lead by a bucket. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next. And a moment ago inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Get a couple stops, we get a couple run-outs.
All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. And for the Warriors, they're shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with. We've got Duncan, John Stockton out there with the natural. Then it's Miller, and it's Daniels in at the 4 spot. They set the pick. Miller kicks to Daniels. It's blocked. And it's West in the corner. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Denver's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. Miller outside. Dishes it to Roy. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Stockton, no good. Here's Golden State now. Here's West. Durant, wide open, he fires. And the Warriors miss again.
That's as good a look as he's going to get beyond the arc, but there are no sure things from that range, even for him.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Hudson's checked in for Miller. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Stockton kicks to Hudson. They set the pick. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Roy. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Roy's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Denver. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
He used that pick just right. 25 points for Kevin Durant.
Well, there's an innate sense of how to play the game when we're talking Kevin Durant. The pick and roll has become second nature to him.
Duncan, a screen. And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. 6 on the shot clock. There's the screen. Here's Hudson. And he overshot that one, missing.
And defensively, moving his feet there, staying right on top of the shooter.
What a great job contesting without fouling. Exactly how you want to defend the mid-range shot.
Denver making a switch here. Haywood's checked in. And here's Daniels. Knocked loose. West with the ball. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Buries the long-range jumper. West has got 24 points.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
Stockton against West. Here's Hudson. Clock at 6. 3-pointers. Stockton. The Warriors pull it in. Durant's got rebound number 5 here tonight. He dishes it to West. Back to Durant. That falls. Nice feed that time from Jerry West. West has got 4 assists in the game.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
There's the pick. Here's Hudson. No good, unable to end this run.
Boy, the defense collapsing and throwing him off balance on his way to the cup.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
That free throw good from West. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Inside, and then Roy with the jam.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Bull the pass to West. A 3-pointer off the mark. The Nuggets trail by 5. Play with it. Guarded now by Durant. Roy gets the bucket.
There he is, showing off his low post skills. Go to work, young man.
Golden State's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Passes to Durant. The dish now to Irving. 6 to shoot. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. They get John Stockton.
Well, the length and size of Kevin Durant make him a prime target on the interior. So good at forcing the issue close to the basket.
And after Kevin Durant made his decision to leave the Oklahoma City Thunder, he instantly became one of the most polarizing players, it seemed, Greg, in the NBA.
Listen, Kevin Durant has always been a star in this league, but now he's become the story. It's something that he can handle, but doesn't try to seek out. Was able to prove all the naysayers wrong and just having another amazing season.
Boy, after an up and down first half, he's finally gotten a flow. These are the right shots for him.
They set the pick, and Durant gets double teamed. Off the pick, and then Durant with the dunk.
Well, Durant embracing the contact, Kevin. He plays with so much confidence.
The Nuggets trail by 5. Here's Hudson. Shot from 12. And it's Cowens with the rebound.
Well, they know not to leave him open from mid-range, and they're all over him on that shot.
West up on top. He's covered by Stockton. West, that's good.
And all quarter long, he's been zeroed in and knocks down big shot after big shot here in the fourth.
Daniels kicks to Haywood. And the pass to Roy. There's the feed to Hudson. Haywood with a screen on Irving. Stockton from outside. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Knocks that one down. 4 triples for the night. 3 in the first half.
Pass to Cowens. Feeds it to West. And again, it's Jerry West. West has got 17 now, just in the second half.
This guy's trying to close this game out in style. He's not going to stop attacking until he's sure this win is in the books.
Here's Hudson. The Warriors pull it in. Cowens has got his 5th rebound in this one.
You know, they're trying to battle back, but he's missing shots this period.
Leans from outside, and there's West. That good on the assist by Durant. And now an 8-point Warrior lead. Stockton kicks to Hudson. Now here is Haywood. Defense right on him. Hudson against Irving. That pushes it to double digits. West has got 35. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Jerry West.
Absolutely on fire. They need to regroup and figure out a way to slow his roll.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Jerry West.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
This was a big game for him. There's no denying that. Coming off a bunch of losses in a row, they turned to him to break the streak, and he delivered in a big way. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch what Mike Malone said to his team. He was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now, or we're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there. Kevin?
And he uses the glass on the layup. West has got 37.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Right, really a disappointing effort on the defensive end, not offering any challenge at all at the cup.
Stockton from outside. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Durant against Roy. Durant dishes to West. Pass to Cowens. Shoots over Haywood. Shot by Cowens, no good.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
The shot's good from Roy.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Passes it to Bull. Down low. Here's West. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. West has got 39.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Wasted no time on that one.
You know, put a rough first half behind him. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second.
And the pass to Bull. Here's Cowens. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
And guys on defense gasping for air at this point.
Gasping for air and giving limited effort on the defensive end. Right now it's all about the offense. Boy, the shooting has been off the charts.
For 3, Roy. And it's Cowens with the rebound. Cowens has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Irving kicks it to West. They set the screen. Shoots from 14. Good as the jump shot falls. West has got 41.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
Roy kicks to Duncan. Ripped away. Durant against Roy. To the middle. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
Here's Hudson. Kicks to Stockton. Lets the 3 fly, and it's Cowens with the rebound. Cowens has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Durant attacking, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Tim Duncan picks one up.
Boy, Kevin Durant gets a quick first step, and it puts the defense in a tough spot, and he picks up the foul.
Good on both. Doris, we know coaches need to win to keep their jobs. However, they need great players to win, which falls on the shoulders of a general manager. So why are more coaches fired for poor team performance than GMs, you think?
You know, I think what's fascinating to me, and this is a supposition I've heard other broadcasters talk about, which I believe should be instituted. Instead of just showing the coach's record on national broadcast, why don't we include the record of the GM? Because the coaches are not ultimately responsible unless they're responsible for both jobs, which we do see on occasion. But to me, the general manager has a significant role to the win-loss record, and both should be included.
And maybe when the owner says, hey, I'll pick the coach, it doesn't affect you. But if you pick the coach, you're tied with that coach. You're joined at the hip.
Great point. Great point.
A disappointing trip to the line there. Even though it was just one miss, now is not the time to be missing those. No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Warriors.
This is a game where the defense, Steele specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. They set the pick. Stolen by Haywood. For 3, Roy. 3-pointers, Stockton. It's off. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm,
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.